Hello everyone, I'm Nupur and welcome to my YouTube channel that is Impactful Learning with Nupur. So keep liking and sharing my videos and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay? Students, currently I'm providing you the short and crisp videos of Grade 10 Literature section from Footprints Without Feet book, and rest of the previous chapters videos links are mentioned in my description box. Okay, now let's get started. Today we are taking chapter 5, Footprints Without Feet, which is written by H.G. Wells. As you can see, there are three characters drawn here. First is of Griffin, who is the scientist. Second, Mr. Jaffers, who is a village constable. And third, Mrs. Hall, who is the landlady. Right? Now let's see the key points to focus. Firstly, we will read glossary of the chapter. So I would like to read the meanings of difficult words from chapter 5, Footprints Without Feet, so that whenever you read the chapter, you can get the help from this glossary page to understand the story in a better way, right? Then we will read traits of Griffin, the scientist, Mr. Jaffers, who is the village constable, and Mrs. Hall, who is the landlady, right? And after that, we will discuss summary with a message. Fine. So the first is bare feet. That means the state of not wearing footwear. Second, gaze. That means to stare. Third, bewildered. That means confused or puzzled. Fourth, fascinated. That means strongly attracted or interested. Fifth, escape. That means to run away. Sixth, wander. That means to roam. Seventh, panicked. That means to get stressed. Eighth, chase. That means to follow or to hunt. Ninth, shivering. That means frightened or action of shaking slightly as a result of being cold. Then 10th, callously. That means cold-hearted, insensitive or heartless. 11th, inn. That means a house providing food and drinks, especially for travelers. 12th, wagging. That means shaking. 13th, solitude, a lonely place or a state of being alone. 14th, clergyman, that means a male priest, especially a Christian one. 15th, sniff, that means inhale. 16th, hysteric, that means a wild or irrational emotional reaction. 17th, furious, that means to get angry. Okay, now let's discuss the traits of Griffin, who is the scientist. Fine. Griffin is a brilliant, hardworking scientist who carries out endless experiments to discover the formula of invisibility. He is a lawless man without any conscience as he commits thefts in London and in the remote town of Epping. Griffin is short-tempered, callous, eccentric, and irritable in his behavior towards others. His evil traits makes him a villain who is hated by everyone. Now let's read the traits of Mr. Jaffers. Mr. Jaffers is a responsible and brave constable. He is headstrong to deal any task given to him. Mr. Jaffers is highly dedicated and committed towards his duty. Now the traits of Mrs. Hall. Mrs. Hall is a sociable and inquisitive lady and good judge of others' character. Mrs. Hall is simple and lovable woman, but at times aggressive too. Right? Now let's discuss summary with a message. In this story, the two boys were surprised to see the fresh impressions of a pair of feet but couldn't see the person who was leaving those footprints behind. But they continued to follow the imprints till the muddy impressions grew lighter and at last disappeared. The boys were following a scientist named Griffin who could make a man's body invisible by the help of some drugs. Griffin is a hard-working and brilliant scientist who carried out endless experiments to discover the formula of invisibility, but he was a lawless person. His landlord strongly disliked him and wanted to get rid of him. So to take revenge, Griffin set the fire to the house, swallowed the medicine of invisibility, undressed himself as the medicine could not make his clothes invisible, and ran out of the house in the fear of being caught. In the cold weather, without any clothes, Griffin was walking down the streets of London. In order to escape the chill, he walked into a big London store, clothed himself fully, and had complete meal like sweets and wine that he stole from the grocery store and was fallen asleep. The next day, Griffin ran out and removed his clothes to escape, and after reaching Drury Lane, the hub of London's theatrical world, he bought bandage to cover his face, a false nose to give his invisible face a shape, and a large hat to cover his head, and attacked a shopkeeper to get money. Griffin then boarded a train to a village called Epping, went to an inn, and rented 2 rooms. Mrs. Hall, the landlady of the inn, is a sociable and talkative lady and a good judge of others' character. She tried to be friendly with Griffin, but he wanted to be alone and already paid her money in advance. One day, early morning, the priest of the village and his wife heard some noise from their study room. They couldn't find anyone but found their desk was opened and there was no money in it. Mrs. Hall found the door of Griffin's room opened and the clothes and bandages were spreaded all over the room. Suddenly, the hat hit her on the face, and Mrs. Hall and the villagers concluded that the scientist Griffin did some magic. Mr. Jaffers, the village constable, was secretly informed by the villagers and he asked the scientist to give explanation. The scientist was uneasy to face villagers and removed his bandage, which had shocked everyone to find a headless man. Mr. Jaffers, the constable, tried to arrest the headless body but could not do so because the scientist had removed all his clothes and thus became invisible, and those who tried to help the constable were punched badly, and this is how the scientist Griffin took the advantage of this invisibility to escape. Right? Now let's read the message. This story conveys a message that power should always be given to the responsible people only, as the scientist Griffin could make the life easier and better with the help of his inventions, but his destructive mind had caused immense damage. So students, I hope you have got the crux of this chapter, Footprints Without Feet, through the given traits of the characters and summary with the message. I'm very sure that if you go through all my videos based on literature and writing section till yet, you will definitely get the absolute clarity. And you can leave your suggestions or doubts in the comment section, right? So keep liking and sharing my videos among keen learners and school students, and keep liking and sharing my videos, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, that is Impactful Learning with Nupur. Thank you so much.